Good day. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Atari 8-Bit Gameplay. Now I have queued up here an Infocom text adventure, which you can see if you look towards the top of the screen here, is called The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Now the reason I'm doing this text adventure is that I recently had my 42nd subscriber. And as fans of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and the other books in the series will know, 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. That takes some explaining, which I'm not going to attempt to do. If you haven't ever experienced any Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I recommend it. I would probably recommend the books. There are some really excellent radio adaptations or audio play type adaptations. The movie and or television adaptations haven't been great. There was a BBC television one that I have vague memories of looking at when I was a teenager, and I think that one was maybe not too bad. But I think the best, other than the books, and I have read all the books, would be the radio plays. So here we go. This will be my 42 subscriber special. I guess I said that with the wrong inflection. My 42 subscriber special. Alright, here we go. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Infocom Interactive Fiction. A science fiction story. Now, I can't imagine that I'm actually going to try to play through this whole game, but I'll spend some time playing it. You wake up. The room is spinning very gently round your head, or at least it would be if you could see it, which you can't. It is pitch black. I guess I should mention that Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the books, were written by Douglas Adams, no longer with us. He died a fair while back, actually. So he was most famous for Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, as well as the, what was it called now? The Holistic Detective Agency? Something like that, which were also fairly clever books. Funny, satirical, comedic. Alright, so it's pitch black. Well, what can we do here? We can't see anything. The room would be spinning around your head, so let's stand up. Very difficult, but you manage it. The room is still spinning. It dips and sways a little. Feel for door. That sentence isn't one I recognize. So these early parsers were very much into two-word combinations. So, like a verb and a noun, typically. Open door. It's already open. Well, there you go. If it's pitch black, is it nighttime? Must be nighttime. Go door. Did you have any particular direction in mind? Well, I'm going to look, but it's not going to tell me. Can you do this? Nope. Inventory. Do I have anything? You have a splitting headache, no tea. One thing I have and one thing I don't have. Very funny. Well, let's go north. Can't go that way. South. You miss the doorway by a good 18 inches. The wall jostles you rather rudely. Stupid wall. Where am I now? I'm still in the bedroom. Feel. I was going to say feel what? Feel floor. Feel, I don't think I need to see to feel the floor, but anyway, feel wall. Fiddling with the wall accomplishes nothing. Feel door. Well, let's try going south again. Again, I missed the doorway. It seems like I should be able to go out the doorway after hitting it a couple of times. East, you can't go that way. West, can I open my eyes? They are. Open the door. No, I did that already. I can't seem to be straight enough. So the main character in this story, if I'm not mistaken, was Arthur Dent. Who am I? You are Arthur Dent. Very nice. That's a 3-word sentence. I don't have anything. Arthur always wanted to have a towel. Or no, that wasn't Arthur that always wanted a towel. Anywho, well, this is great. I've got 0 out of 15. I'm not sure. Is there everything I failed to do gives me 0 points for 15 moves? That might be it. I have a headache. Take aspirin. You don't have any aspirin. It's too dark. Turn on light. There we go. Good start to the day. Pity it's going to be the worst one of your life. The light is now on. Bedroom. The bedroom is a mess. It is a small bedroom with a faded carpet and old wallpaper. There's a wash basin, a chair with a tatty dressing gown slung over it, and a window with the curtains drawn. Near the exit leading south is a phone. There is a flathead screwdriver here. There is a toothbrush here. Alrighty, well, we have all of these things. Probably we don't have any clothes on. There's a wash basin, a chair, tatty dressing gown. I'm going to take the gown. You notice something in the pocket. Open pocket. It's hard to open it. Well, okay. It's hard to open or close the pocket unless you're wearing the gown. Wear gown. Open pocket. Opening your gown reveals a thing your aunt gave you, which you don't know what it is. A buffered analgesic and pocket fluff. So the analgesic might be helpful. Astoundingly, a bulldozer pokes through your wall. However, you have no time for surprise because the ceiling is collapsing on you as your home is unexpectedly demolished to make way for a new bypass. You are seriously injured in the process, but on your way to the hospital, a fleet of Vogon constructor ships unexpectedly arrives and demolishes the Earth to make way for a new hyperspace bypass. Better luck next life. We are about to give you your score. Put on your peril-sensitive sunglasses now. Hit return or enter when ready. Your score is 0 out of a possible 400 in 19 turns. Would you like to start over, restore a saved position, or end this session of the game? Well, so I gather we need to get out of the bedroom or the house probably in 19 moves. Let us restart. Game disc 1. Are you kidding? Listen to that. Disk drive whir. Diskette drive. Insert game disc 2. Alright, well, let's stand up. Turn on light. Can I wear the gown straight away? Wear gown. It's wasting a move, maybe. Take gown. Wear gown. Open pocket. Take screwdriver. You lunge for it, but the room spins nauseatingly away. Uh-oh. The floor gives you a light tap on the forehead. Okay, take analgesic. You swallow the tablet. After a few seconds, the room begins to calm down and and behave in an orderly manner. Your terrible headache goes. Good news. Take screwdriver. Take toothbrush. As you pick up the toothbrush, a tree outside the window collapses. There is no causal relationship between these two events. I sense a bulldozer coming. I'm going to take one last look. Faded carpet, old old wallpaper. There's a wash basin and a chair and a window. Well, let's look out the window. Or I guess we have to open the curtains probably. Open curtains. I don't know the word pen. Oh. Open curtains. As you part your curtains, you see that it's a bright morning. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, the meadows are blooming, and a large yellow bulldozer is advancing on your home. Aha! So let's go out the door. You rush down the stairs in panic. Front porch. This is the enclosed front porch of your home. Your front garden lies to the south, and you can re-enter your home to the north. On the doormat is a pile of junk mail. I wonder if I should have done something with the phone. Take mail. I'm going to go off the porch so the house doesn't get knocked down on my head. Front of house, you can enter your home to the north. A path leads around it to the northeast and northwest. And a country lane is visible to the south. All that lies between your home and the huge yellow bulldozer bearing down on it is a few yards of mud. Mr. Prosser from the local council is standing on the other side of the bulldozer. He seems to be wearing a digital watch. He looks startled to see you emerge, and he yells at you to get out of the way. The bulldozer rumbles slowly toward your home. I don't really want my home to be bulldozed now, do I? Probably if I'm going to read the mail, because that's what you do when a bulldozer's bearing down on your house. There are many pieces of mail. Most are from some computer company called Infocom, which wants you to buy their games. Hidden underneath is an official letter from the local council dated some 2 years ago and inexplicably not delivered till now, explaining that a demolition order has been served on your home. The date of demolition is today's date. The bulldozer rumbles slowly toward your home. Okay, well that's a recurring theme here, so let's talk to Prosser. Mr. Processor looks at you expectantly, as if you seem to be about to talk. Right. Stop the bulldozer. You lie down in the path of the advancing bulldozer. Processor yells at you to, for Christ's sake, move. For Christ's sake, move! No, I don't think I'm going to move. Will I get run over? Probably. Wait for bulldozer. You may be waiting quite a while. The bulldozer thunders towards you. The ground is shaking beneath you as you lie in the mud. Alright, well, we're approaching our 19th move here. Lie in mud. You already are. The noise of the giant bulldozer is now so violently loud that you can't even hear Prosser yelling to warn you that you will be killed if you don't get the hell out of the way. You just see him gesticulating wildly. What am I going to do? Wait, that's what I'm going to do. Time passes. With a terrible grinding of gears, the bulldozer comes to an abrupt halt just in front of you. It shakes, shudders, and emits noxious substances all over your rosebed. Prosser is incoherent with rage. Moments later, your friend, Ford Prefect, arrives. He hardly seems to notice your predicament, but keeps glancing nervously at the sky. He says, "Hello, Arthur," and takes a towel from his battered leather satchel and offers it to you. Say hello not to Ford. You use the word in a way. Okay. Hello, Ford. Hello to you too. Ford glances uncomfortably at the sky. He offers you the towel again. Well, he does want me to take that towel, so let's take the towel. As you take it, Ford says, look, thanks for lending me the towel. Been nice knowing you. Gotta go now. He smiles oddly and walks down the country lane. All right, Ford. Nice knowing you too. Now, guess I should say I'm pretending not to know what's going on here, at least a little bit. Although we had some clues after my first perishing in the game. So I'm going to talk to Prosser. Oh, hello, Prosser. Hello to you too. Why, Prosser? Say why, Prosser? Whoop, you must address Mr. Prosser directly. Prosser, why? How do I'm not used to talking to people in Infocom games. I don't remember how this is meant to go. Say hello to Mr. Prosser. Use the word hello. Hello, Mr. Prosser. Hello to you too. Well, that's helpful. We must address him directly. Mr. Prosser. Why? Mr. Prosser. Period. There was no verb. Okay. Ask Mr. Prosser why. Ask Mr. Prosser. What do you want to ask the Mr. Prosser about? Ask Prosser about bulldozer. There we go. A long silence tells you that Mr. Prosser isn't interested in talking about the bulldozer. Oh. Kick bulldozer. Kicking the bulldozer accomplishes nothing. Kick Mr. Prosser. You can't do that while you're lying down. Oh, right. Stand up. The bulldozer driver gives you a quick chew of his gum and slams it in the clutch. The bulldozer piles into the side of your house. Oh, well, that's lovely. Your home collapses in a cloud of dust, and a stray flying brick hits you squarely on the back of the head. You try to think of some suitable last words, but what with the confusion of the moment and the spinning of your head, you are unable to compose anything pithy and expire in silence. Huh. Well then. I'm dead. Go to heaven. You keep out of this. You're dead. An ambulance arrives. Wait. You keep out of this. You're dead, and you should be concentrating on developing a good firm rigor mortis. You are put in the ambulance, which drives away. Look. For a dead person, you are talking too much. As the ambulance reaches the mortuary, a fleet of Vogon constructor ships unexpectedly arrives and demolishes the Earth to make way for a new hyperspace bypass. We are about to give you your score. Put on your peril-sensitive sunglasses now. Your score is 10 out of a possible 427 turns. Would you like to start over, restore a saved session, or end this session of the game? Well, we are going to restart. However, because it is now getting quite late, and as a work night, I will just get the game restarted. And then I will pause it and pause the recording and come back tomorrow probably, but maybe not. Depends on what my amazing spouse wishes me to do and what else we might have going for tomorrow evening. Alright, so I'm going to pause this now see you on the other side of the pause, I'll probably be wearing a different shirt, so that's how you'll know. Of course, I could just go away, change my shirt, and come straight back, but seeing as how it's almost midnight, I think I'll just go with the pause the game and go to bed. Alrighty, welcome back. Where was I? Where's my emulator? Yes, oh yes, we had just just had to restart because, oh yes, my house got knocked down and I got hit in the head with a brick, I believe, so that's not ideal. Alrighty, so I should be able to stand up, and then I can, what did I do? Turn on light. The bedroom is a mess. I need to get my dressing gown. Take gown. Wear gown. Open pocket. Take pill for the headache. What else? There was a screwdriver and a toothbrush, right? Screwdriver. And a toothbrush. And now I should be able to get out of my room. A tree outside the window collapses. On my front porch there is mail. Take mail. Look, mail. Use prepositions to indicate precisely what you want to look at. Oh my. All hoity-toity, super sophisticated parser. Look at mail. Yes, the Infocom Computer Company, the demolition order from 2 years ago inexplicably delivered today. So, alrighty, now it seems to me that I was thinking about this a little bit today. Mr. Prosser yells at you to, for Christ's sake, move. So it seems to me that in the book, Arthur talks Prosser into taking his place, lying down in front of the bulldozer, because he's a bureaucrat, and convinces them, I think, that because Arthur's protesting that Prosser, I forget how the logic worked, but anyway, I'm going to talk to Prosser again. I'm a little confused by this whole business. He looks at you expectantly as if you seem to be about to talk. Say hello to Prosser. I don't know how to phrase this. Ford Prefect showed up last time. Yes, that you would be killed. This is what happened last time, more or less. And then the bulldozer screeches to a halt and Ford Prefect arrives. Now, I took the towel last time and Ford took off. But when I tried to follow him, my house got demolished and I got killed. So, for my house, Ford. Ford seems oblivious to your trouble, so you ask Ford, what about my home? He looks startled, then guilty. He starts to say something and stops. He starts to say something else and stops. Suddenly he seems to see the bulldozer for the first time. Stops starting to say things and starts. He seems to come to a momentous decision. Says he has something of earth-shattering importance to tell you and stresses the importance of a quick drink at the Horse and Groom. Pointing toward Prosser, you exclaim, "But that man wants to knock my house down." Ford goes off for a quiet word with Prosser. Oh, must have been Ford that talks Prosser into it, I guess. From where you're lying, you cannot hear what's happening, although they seem deeply engrossed in conversation. So now what? Now what? Hello, Prosser. Hello to you too. I'll just wait to see if Ford talks him into it. Ford and Prosser stop talking and approach you. Ford says that Prosser has agreed to lie down in your place so that the two of you can go off to the pub. Reluctantly, Prosser steps forward and lies down in front of the bulldozer. You stand up. Okay, so, follow Ford, maybe? But Ford Prefect is right here. Well, okay, fair enough. Go off to the pub. Go to pub. Did you have any particular direction in mind? Ford, urging you to follow, hurries toward the country lane. Follow Ford. We seem to have... Oh, there we go. In a state of anxiety and confusion, you follow Ford down the lane. Country lane. The road runs from your home to the north. I guess I should be... Potentially I should be mapping. That was always important with these Infocom games, but I don't think I'm going to do that. The road runs from your home to the north toward the village pub to the west. Ford Prefect is here. Come along, Arthur, says Ford impatiently and enters the pub. So let's go into the pub. Pub. The pub is pleasant and cheerful and full of pleasant and cheerful people who don't know they've got about 12 minutes to live and are therefore having a spot of lunch. Some music is playing on an old jukebox. The exit is east. Ford Prefect is here. There is a barman serving at the bar. Behind the bar is a shelf. It is full of the sort of items you find on shelves behind bars in pubs. Ford buys lots of beer and offers half to you. Muscle relaxant, he says, impenetrably. Alrighty, well, let's have a beer. Drink beer. It's very good beer, brewed by a small local company. You particularly like its flavor, which is why you woke up feeling so wretched this morning. You were at somebody's birthday party here in the pub last night. You begin to relax and enjoy yourself, so when Ford mentions that he's from a small planet in the vicinity of Beetlejuice, not from Guildford as he usually claims, you take it in your stride and say, "Oh yes, which part?" So I've just talked to Ford. Listen to Ford. At the moment he makes no sound. Drink the beer, urges Ford. It will help cushion your system against the coming shock of the matter transference beam. Right, matter transference beam. Well, what the heck, I do like this beer. Drink beer. It is really very pleasant stuff with a very good, dry, nutty flavor, some light froth on top, and a deep color. It is at exactly room temperature. You reflect that the world cannot be all bad when there are such pleasures in it. Ford mentions that the world is going to end in about 12 minutes. Sure, Ford. That sounds reasonable. Let's try listening to Ford again. Drink the beer. Well, you said that already. I guess we'll drink the beer. There is a distant crash, which Ford explains is nothing to worry about. Probably just your house being knocked down. Ford. No, that didn't understand that. My house. What do you want to my the house? Okay. This parser will chide me about my lack of parts of speech, and then it will do stuff like this. Talk to Ford. Well, okay. Say to Ford, my house. You can't use multiple direct objects with say. Say to Ford. Well, good Lord. Ask Ford what is happening. Ask Ford. Ask Ford about house. A long silence tells you that Ford Prefect isn't interested in talking about your home. Alright. Ask Ford about world. He said it was going to be destroyed. He doesn't know the word world. It doesn't know the word world. Ask Ford about beam, the matter transference beam. He's having a good hard think. He's not interested in talking about that. Well, I guess I'm just going to drink some more beer then. Ford's not very talkative. You can hear the muffled noise of your home being demolished, and the taste of the beer sours in your mouth. You get drunk, have a terrific time for about 12 minutes, are the life and soul of the pub, tell some really great stories, make everyone laugh a lot, and they all clap you on the back and tell you what a great chap you are, and then the earth gets unexpectedly demolished. You wake up with a hangover which lasts for all eternity. We are about to give you your score. Well, that's great. Your score is 30 out of a possible 400. Well, I believe I saved a state right at the beginning of the game. I should have saved a state after I got out of my house, I suppose. Load state, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Okay, get up. Turn on light. This retracing of your steps every time is kind of annoying, actually. I forget how to save games. It's probably something like save. Let's see here. I want to take the gown. I want to wear the gown. I want to open the pocket. I want to take the pill. Now I can pick things up and leave the room. I'm going to take the screwdriver. Take the toothbrush. I'm going to leave. I'm going to take the mail. I'm going to read the mail. I'm going to go off my porch. And I'm going to stop the bulldozer. And then I'm going to wait until the bulldozer screeches to a halt. And Ford shows up, so I'm going to... What did I do last time? Did I wait? Did I take something? No, I didn't take the towel. I'm going to ask Ford about house. I'm going to ask Prosser about the house. Ford goes over. So you ask him. Yep, I literally just asked him about it, but you know. So I wait, and then I wait again, and then I go south to the lane, and I'm going to go west into the pub, and this is probably a good spot for me to save so that I don't have to retrace my steps to this point. I'm not quite sure what else I should be doing. Ford bought a bunch of beer, so I'm going to drink the beer because that got him talking. And then he's not interested in talking about, maybe he has asked Ford about Beetlejuice. Drink the beer, he says. Alright, well, every time he tells me to drink beer, I'm going to drink the beer. Ask Ford about... Well, I tried asking him about the world, and he wasn't very interested in that. Ask Ford about... No, let's ask him about the beer. Really? Okay, I drank beer. Ask Ford about... pub? Drink beer. Okay. Ask Ford about house. I think he was not interested in talking about my house. Drinking beer again got me killed, so I don't know, I'm gonna wait, I guess. Time passes. I don't know, should I leave the pub? You see the huge bulldozer heaving itself among the cloud of brick dust, which is all that remains of your home. As you start up the lane, a small dog runs up to you, yapping. Alrighty then. Okay, I don't know what to do here. Pet the dog. Pet the dog. Dog tries to bite me. Let's go back in the pub. So, okay, so there's this business about the shelf. Look at shelf. On the shelf behind the bar is the usual array of bottles, glasses, and soggy beer mats, some packets of peanuts, and a plate of uninviting cheese sandwiches. Oh, I want some peanuts. Take peanuts. Hands off until you pay for it. Buy peanuts. However much you clear your throat, wave your forefinger, or wiggle your eyebrows, the barman pays no attention but carries on wiping another part of the bar. Okay, take sandwich. Hands off until you pay for it. Pay for peanuts. Well, what the hell? Pay for sandwich. Oh. The barman gives you a cheese sandwich. The bread is like the stuff that stereos come packed in. The cheese would be great for rubbing out spelling mistakes, and margarine and pickle have performed an unedifying chemical reaction to produce something that shouldn't be, but is, turquoise. Since it is clearly unfit for human consumption, you are grateful to be charged only £1 for it. Ask Ford about sandwich. He's not going to want to talk about it. Well, let's go back out. There's a dog here. The dog carries on yapping for a moment and then gulps uncomfortably. Gulps uncomfortably. Feed dog. The cheese sandwich. The dog, which seems to have a slight case of indigestion, ignores the cheese sandwich. I don't know. Well, let's go see how the house is, how my house is doing. You reach the site of what was your home. It is now a pile of rubble. Mr. Prosser looks sheepishly triumphant, a trick few people can do, as it requires a lot of technically complex deltoid muscle work. Front of house. Mr. Prosser from the local council is standing on the other side of the bulldozer. He seems to be wearing a digital watch. Ford hurries after you. He seems to be wearing a digital watch. Okay, ask Prosser about house. He's not interested. Ask Prosser about time, because he's got a watch. Whoa, what's going on here? He doesn't want to talk about the time. With a noise like a cross between Led Zeppelin's farewell concert and the eruption of Krakatoa, a huge fleet of Vogon constructor ships flies overhead and announces that the Earth will be demolished to make way for a new hyperspace bypass in 2 of your Earth minutes. In all the turmoil, you drop the thing your aunt gave you, which you don't know what it is, and it rolls away. It is the least of your worries. Anyway, you've been trying to get rid of it for years. Well, now, what are we supposed to do about the Earth getting destroyed? Look at Vogons. I can't see any Vogons here. Look at ships. Whoops, shippos. Look at ships. Look at ships. The fleet consists of terrifying numbers of huge, ugly yellow ships, all scarred with the results of many such past demolition jobs. Chicago's John Hancock Tower, knocked about a bit and painted yellow, is what they each look like. That is, knocked about a bit, painted yellow, and flying. The vast yellow ships thunder across the sky, spreading waves of terror and panic in their wake. The voice of the Vogon captain slams across the country, insisting that the planning charts and demolition orders have been available at the local planning office in Alpha Centauri for 50 years, and it's too late to start making a fuss about it now. Throughout the noise, Ford is shouting at you. He removes a small black device from his satchel, but accidentally drops it at your feet. Okay, let us take device. Fierce gales whip across the land and thunder bangs continuously through the air in the wake of the giant ships. Ford fights to reach you, but the wind is too fierce. Further announcements from the Vogon captain make it clear that demolition will begin in just a few seconds. Through the blinding rain, you see lights flickering on the small device. Well, let's look at device. The electronic sub-ether signaling device is shaped like a small fist with an extended thumb. Various lights along its knuckles are currently blinking wildly, indicating a spaceship in the vicinity. It has 2 small buttons, a red one labeled Call Engineer and a green one labeled Hitchhike. It bears a small label which reads, "Another fine product of the Sirius Cybernetics Corporation. Affixed to the thumb is a lifetime guarantee." Well, let's see here. We've got buttons, a red one, call engineer, and a green one labeled hitchhike. Well, this is the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy after all, isn't it? So let's press green button. Lights whirl sickeningly around your head. The ground arches away beneath your feet, and every atom of your being is scrambled. An experience you're probably going to have to get used to. You are in dark. Okay. Well, it's dark, so I'm not going to be able to look at anything. Feel floor. You can see nothing, feel nothing, hear nothing, taste nothing, smell nothing, and are not entirely certain who you are. See, feel, hear, taste, smell nothing, and are not entirely certain who you are. Who am I? Should I take a nap then? I can't seem to do anything. Take a nap. How about just nap? Okay, feel wall. Apparently I can do nothing at all. Oh, wait a minute. Something's changed here. You can see nothing. You can't hear anything, see anything. These words are changing each time. There's nothing you can taste, nothing you can see, nothing you can hear, nothing you can feel, nothing you can smell. You don't even know who you are. You can't hear anything, see anything, smell anything, feel anything, taste anything, and you do not even know where you are, or who you are, or how you got here. Okay, so that's changed a little bit. You can see nothing, feel nothing, hear nothing, taste nothing, and are not entirely certain who you are. See, feel, hear, taste, smell. Well, let's smell. Smell. It does smell a bit. There's something pungent being waved under your nose. Your head begins to clear. You can make out a shadow moving in the dark. Okay. Say hello. Ask shadow about dark. How about that? You can't talk to a shadow. Okay, talk to shadow. How about that? You can't talk to a shadow. Stand up. There's nothing you can taste, see, hear, feel. You do not even know who you are. Smell the room again? I don't know. Oh boy. Lay down. Lay down myself. You're not holding yourself. Well, isn't this clever? Sit down. Sleep. Wait. Swear. Well, look at room. Look at shadow. Oh my. These puzzles. A little bit obtuse, to say the least. The shadow is vaguely Ford Prefect shaped. Vogue on hold. This is a squalid room filled with grubby mattresses, unwashed cups, and unidentifiable bits of smelly alien underwear. A door lies to port, an airlock lies to starboard. In the corner is a glass case with a switch and a keyboard. It looks like the glass case contains an atomic vector plotter. Along one wall is a tall dispensing machine. Ford removes the bottle of Centragenian mineral water, which he's been waving under your nose. He tells you that you are aboard a Vogon spaceship and gives you some peanuts. Alright, let's eat those peanuts. You feel stronger as the peanuts replace some of the protein you lost in the matter transference beam. Alright, well, that's good. What have we got here? There's a tall dispensing machine. Examine machine. The dispenser is tall, has a button at around eye level, and says Babelfish in large letters. Anything dispensed would probably come out the slot at around knee level. It bears a small label which reads, another fine product of the Sirius Cybernetics Corporation. Alright. There's a button. Press button. No. I mean the dispenser button. Oh boy. Press dispenser button. A single Babelfish shoots out of the slot. It sails across the room and through a small hole in the wall just under a metal hook. What else is here? Mattresses, cups, underwear. There's a thing your aunt gave you which you don't know what it is here. Oh, how did that come along? There is, in the corner is a glass case with a switch and a keyboard. Examine case. The glass case is closed. Attached to it are a keyboard and a switch. Ford yawns. Ford yawns. Matter transference always tires me out. I'm going to take a nap. That's what I tried to do. He places something on top of his satchel. If you have any questions, here's the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Footnote 14. Ford lowers his voice to a whisper. I'm not supposed to tell you this, but you'll never be able to finish the game without consulting the guide about lots of stuff. As he curls up in a corner and begins snoring, you pick up the Hitchhiker's Guide. Consult guide. Consult guide about Vogons. The guide checks through its sub-Ethernet database and eventually comes up with the following entry. Vogons, whose specialties are bureaucracy and planet smashing, are the most unpleasant race in the galaxy. They wouldn't think twice about throwing someone into space and wouldn't lift a finger to save their own grandmother from the ravenous bug-bladder beast of Traal. Also see the entries on Vogon poetry and the ravenous bug-bladder beast of Traal. Consult guide about Vogon poetry. Really making this processor chug here. The guy checks and comes up with Vogon poetry is so awful that even the Sarcopsy of Burfon 12, whose religion strictly forbids the taking of one's life, considers suicide a preferable alternative to a Vogon poetry reading. Consult guide about bug platter beast. The ravenous bug-bladder beast of Traal is a mind-bogglingly stupid animal. It has almost no capacity for learning from experience and is therefore surprised by virtually everything that happens to it. Here is an example of how stupid it is. It thinks that if you can't see it, it can't see you. If you can't see it, it can't see you. Its behavior would be quite endearing if it wasn't spoiled by this one thing. It is the most violently carnivorous creature in the galaxy. Avoid, avoid, avoid. I will do my best. What else here? Consult guide about Babel fish. A mind-bogglingly improbable creature. A Babel fish, when placed in one's ear, allows one to understand any language. Very, very nice. Helpful in a galactic society, I would presume. There's a keyboard and a switch in the case. We're going to take keyboard is what we're going to do. What a concept. Okay. We're going to flip the switch. A recording plays. Aircraft. Oh boy. Oh, it's alien. Aircraftola Rulkavi Los Zio. Okay. Whatever. So presumably I need the fish to understand this. Take underwear. That's not important, leave it alone. Well, let's see here. The fish shot across the room, went into a hole, so I guess we need to stop it from doing that. I guess. What have I got? I have no tea, I have the Hitchhiker's Guide, the sub-etha signaling device, a cheese sandwich, junk mail, toothbrush, flathead screwdriver, your gown being worn, and pocket fluff. What was that? A hook, so I can I hang gown on hook? Remove gown. Hang gown on hook. Push dispenser button. Shoots out of the slot, it sails across the room, hits the dressing gown, the fish slides down the sleeve of the gown and falls to the floor, vanishing through the grating of a hitherto unnoticed drain. An announcement is coming over the ship's intercom. Gibberish, 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 gibberish. Can I block the drain? Block drain with mail. Block drain with sandwich. Put mail on drain. The drain is too large to be covered by a loose pile of junk mail. Put sandwich on drain. Didn't I feed the sandwich to the dog? Oh boy. An announcement is coming. I feel like I'm running out of time. Here. The glass case contains an atomic vector plotter, a tall dispensing machine. Switch and a keyboard. Put keyboard on drain. You don't even have the keyboard. I couldn't take it, and the Vogons are talking about something. Couldn't take the keyboard. Push keys. Push keyboard. Pushing the keyboard doesn't do anything. Type on keyboard. Push red button. That's the call engineer button, right? With a screech of ion brakes, a Sirius Cybernetics Corporation repair robot pulls up a bike from out of the sub-ether. What? Pulls up on a bike. Oh. Hello, robot. The engineer robot looks around. Somebody call the repair service. Oh. Fix. Ask robot about drain. He's not interested. He looks impatient. Guns the throttle of his cycle. Kind of at a loss here. Take vector plotter. But the glass case is closed. Probably a kid playing around with someone else's thumb, grumbles the engineer robot and roars off on his ion bike into the sub-ether. Huh. Okay, well that's... I summoned the robot with the engineer button and break glass case with keyboard. The hold of the Vogon ship is virtually undamaged by the explosion of the glass case. You, however, are blasted into tiny bits and smeared all over the room. Well, how nice. Several cleaning robots fly in and wipe you neatly off the walls. You have died. We're about to give you your score. Put on your parasensitive sunglasses now. Score is 33 out of 400. Would you like to start over? Well, I am going to call it here. That is not too far into the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy Infocom text adventure game. I played these a bit back in the day. I played Zork a fair bit. There was one called Spellbound. There was one called Leather Goddesses of Phobos. That was actually on the Atari ST. What else did I play? There were others. There's a whole series of Zork games, at least 3. No, there was 4 actually. I remember having one for my Atari ST, I believe. I probably still have the box for that. Alrighty, in any case, that's going to do it for my hour-long look at Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Infocom. And my 42 subscriber special, which was what inspired me to play this game. Because in the end, actually not the end, somewhere in the middle of the book, it is revealed that 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Or the meaning, rather. The meaning of life, the universe, and everything. Which very much puzzles the people that asked the universal computer that question. But that's a whole story unto itself. So, thanks very much for watching. I hope you got some enjoyment out of that. You got a chance to see what these old Infocom games were like. This one seemed particularly obtuse in a way. The puzzles were certainly difficult. I don't really know what to do about the Babel fish, but that's also for another day, I think. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.